Welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to be talking about the new SPR Match Barrel from Sons of Liberty Gunworks. Always looking for different ways to use my AEM5. So lately I've been thinking about what else could I build as a host for it. I've been shooting my Gordy for quite a while now and looking for something a little more modern. Consider things like the Mark 12, but the Mark 12 is a little long and heavy for my taste. So I decided, with the advent of Knights Armament releasing some rifle length ras rails, that I would build something pretty similar to a Navy Special Warfare 15.1 Recce. It's not going to be 100% clone correct, so I've been looking around casually for a barrel and stumbled upon this SPR Match Barrel from Sons of Liberty and thought it would be interesting to test out this barrel a little bit, see how it shoots, performs. So I'm going to talk about some things I like about the barrel, and we're going to build it into a gun, take it out to the range, and shoot a little bit and see how it performs. So let's talk about a little bit about this barrel in a very general sense. 16-inch, chambered in 223 Wild, 1.7 twist, 416 stainless. It is nitrided. The interesting thing is it's a 3-groove barrel. So barrels come with a different amount of grooves, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably a million. I don't know all the different combinations. I thought that was kind of unusual. What else? It uses a 750 gas block journal. Another interesting thing about this barrel, it is threaded 5/8 24. The thought behind that is the tighter the threads are to the bore diameter, it is possible that when you're threading the barrel or tightening a muzzle device on, you can actually constrict the bore, which can affect your accuracy. So I'm curious to see just how well this thing shoots. In theory, things like the 3-groove, 416, 5/8 24 threads, it should shoot pretty well. I know Sons of Liberty puts out some good products, so I have no reservations that it's going to shoot. So let's take it out to the shop, get it built, and head to the range. So let's talk a little bit about this gun front to back. So starting in front, AEM5. I was fortunate enough to build this particular AEM5 with Ron Allen at a shop in California. We have that mounted to an Otter Creek OTB adapter. This is a special one that Andrew was nice enough to send me. It is threaded 5/8 24, goes right on the barrel. As we mentioned, we have our Sons of Liberty SPR Match Barrel. LaRue 12-inch rail. Again, I said this is a quasi 15.1 Navy Special Warfare Recce build. So it's not quite exactly clone correct, but it's what I had in the parts drawer, and that's what I'm using. Moving back a little further, I have a gas block from Kratos. Seems to fit up really well with this barrel, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Some sort of gas tube I got out of the parts drawer, nothing fancy. Up top, I have my Night Force Attacker 1/8. Should be plenty sufficient for this build. The upper receiver, some sort of mil-spec upper receiver. I have no idea what brand it is. Again, it is in the parts drawer. I just grabbed it. It will be good enough for this particular build. I'm running a PRI lower. with a proprietary drop-in full auto trigger pack that I built for it. So it's kind of cool. Didn't have to drill the lower. The trigger pack is the registered part. Drops in just like an HK pack. What else? I have a DLC bolt carrier group from Classified Defense. My buddy Al gave me one of these to test out. The cool thing about it, unlike some other bolt carrier groups on the market, the bolt bore is actually chrome lined as well. Al hand inspects everything, uses nice fasteners, hand stakes everything. Really nice unit, excited to test it out, see what else is going on. I honestly don't remember what kind of buffer I have in this thing, so looks like about an H3. So for those of you who don't know, the Allen Engineering can, while incredibly quiet, is pretty gassy. It has a lot of back pressure. I think the H3 should be a good combination for this gun. Let's take a quick minute to talk about anything special that I did to this upper aside from normal assembly. I did not put Rockset or any type of thread locker on the muzzle device, just torqued it to 15 foot-pounds. What else did I do? Put some red Loctite on the gas block set screws so they don't back out. This barrel does have one dimple in, which is nice. I chose not to put a second one in, or I chose not to pin the gas block, just because some people theorize that doing those two things can have an effect on accuracy. I didn't want to alter the barrel in any way. I just wanted to install it as is. Normal aeroshell grease on the barrel nut, torqued to 55 foot-pounds. I did bed the barrel to the upper receiver. I did mention this is a mil-spec barrel. I wanted to tighten up the fit just a little bit, so I did put some Loctite 620 on there to get a little bit tighter fit. So I'm going to have to wait till that sets up to shoot it. The other thing I did was polish the feed ramps, just because it's a new barrel going in an upper. I already had it out of the upper, so why not? Aside from that, nothing special. So let's get it out to the range and get shooting. So I just got back from the range. I shot approximately 4 5-shot groups. They're the only 20 rounds that have been through this barrel so far. I was shooting some 69 grain Norma Golden Target. I think this is a pretty good match ammo. It's reasonably priced. I like to shoot it more than, say, Federal Gold Medal Match or ELDM out of a 5.56 gun. So let's take a look at my target, see how I did. So, I'm not going to lie, I don't profess to be the greatest rifle shooter in the world. There are some challenges with shooting this particular gun with an LVPO shot at distance and a mil-spec trigger. It's not exactly a precision setup. So let's talk about my groups here. Let me grab a ruler. So I shot 4 groups, 25, 50, 75, and 100 yards. Ruler here, obviously the 25 shot group is very small. All the impacts are touching. I did not really adjust the sights at all. I just slapped the scope on there and shot it. So 25, you can see it's a pretty small group. 50, equally as small. 75, still well under an inch. I'll call that flyer my mistake. Let's take a look at how we did at 100 yards. So 100 yards, I would say these 4 are still well inside an inch. You know, that one, not the greatest. This one, my fault. Like I said, I think this barrel is a winner. So, in conclusion, a few thoughts about this barrel. Obviously, you saw from the test target, it does shoot pretty well. Could I squeeze a little bit more accuracy out of it if I had a better optic or more powerful magnification? Absolutely. Like I said, I don't profess to be the best shooter in the world, but for my purposes in a fairly compact recce type gun, this is more than accurate for my needs. Let's talk about the features, the ones I like. 5/8 24 threads, that's a win. 750 gas block journal, normal size, very easy to find a good gas block that I want it. Dimple on the bottom for your gas block set screw. I would say, in my opinion, probably the #1 reason a gun will go down is gas system related issues. So having a dimple is good. Put a little red Loctite on there, gas block come off. Obviously, pinning it could do a little better, but like I said, I didn't want to modify this barrel in any way, and just shoot it for as it is. It is mid-length, nitrided, stainless steel. I think those are all good things. I did think it was gassed pretty well, even with a very high back pressure suppressor on it, and paired with an H3 buffer. Wasn't getting a lot of gas to the face. It can be pretty bad shooting in an indoor range, particularly with the barriers on either side of you. I did think this was pretty pleasant. So let's see, accurate. Good price point. I think the street price on these is around 300 bucks, give or take. Certainly there are barrels that are cheaper. Certainly there are barrels that are more expensive. I would say for the price point, this thing performs really well. I'm looking forward to shooting it a lot more, and thanks for tuning in.